Are you ready to unlock the secret to turning just $25 per week into $1 million retirement? Sounds too good to be true, right? But believe it or not, it's possible. And today, I'm going to show you how you can do it too. With a small weekly investment and the magic of compound interest, you could be on your way to a comfortable and wealthy retirement. Stick around to the end, because I'll be breaking down the exact steps you need to take, and I'll share some real-life examples that prove this strategy works. Before we jump into the details, let's talk about the concept that makes this all possible. Compound interest. Albert Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world. But what exactly is it? Compound interest is the process of earning interest on both your initial investment and on the interest that accumulates over time. Imagine it like a snowball rolling down a hill. As it rolls, it picks up more snow, getting bigger and bigger. That's what compound interest does to your money. Let's say you invest $25 a week. At first, it doesn't seem like much. But as the weeks turn into months and years, your investment starts to grow exponentially. This is because you're not just earning interest on your $25 each week, but also on the interest you've already earned. Now, the key to making this work is time. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Let's take two friends, Emily and Sarah, as an example. Emily starts investing $25 a week when she's 25 years old, and she keeps it up until she's 65. Sarah, on the other hand, waits until she's 35 to start. Both of them invest the same amount each week, but let's see what happens by the time they retire. By the time Emily retires at 65, she's sitting on a portfolio worth over $1 million. Sarah, who started just 10 years later, ends up with only around $600,000. That's the power of starting early. So, what's the lesson here? Don't wait to start investing. Even if you can only afford $25 a week, the earlier you begin, the more time your money has to grow and compound. Okay, so you're convinced. Of course you are. You're ready to start investing $25 a week. But where should you put that money? The first step is to choose the right investment vehicle. If you're in the US, a great option is a Roth IRA. This account allows your investments to grow tax-free, and you won't pay taxes on withdrawals in retirement. If you're in another country, look for similar tax-advantaged accounts. Next, you need to decide what to invest in. For a long-term strategy like this, a diversified mix of stocks is ideal. You might consider investing in a low-cost index fund, like the S&P 500, which has historically returned around 7 to 10% annually after inflation. The beauty of this approach is its simplicity. With just $25 a week, you can buy a small piece of hundreds of companies, spreading out your risk and increasing your chances of steady growth over time. Let's look at some real-life examples of people who've turned small investments into substantial wealth. Take the story of Ronald Read, for example. Ronald was a janitor and gas station attendant who never made more than minimum wage. However, when he passed away in 2014, he left behind an $8 million fortune. How is this possible? Well, Ronald lived frugally and invested consistently in dividend-paying stocks over decades. He let the power of compound interest do the heavy lifting. Or consider Rachel, a software engineer who started investing $50 a week in her early 20s. By the time she was 40, she had already accumulated over $300,000 in her investment account. Her secret? Consistency and compound interest. Now, let's break down the math so you can see exactly how $25 a week can turn into $1 million. If you invest $25 per week, that's $1,300 a year. Let's assume an average annual return of 8%, which is a reasonable expectation based on historical stock market performance. Over 40 years, your investment would grow to just over $344,000 in principal alone. But when you factor in compound interest, that amount skyrockets to over $1 million. That's the magic of compound interest. You're not just earning returns on your initial investments. You're earning returns on your returns, creating a snowball effect that can lead to serious wealth. Of course, life happens. There will be times when it's tempting to stop investing. Maybe the market dips, or you hit a financial rough patch. But the key is to stay consistent. Markets go up and down, but over the long term, they tend to go up. By continuing to invest $25 every week, you're taking advantage of dollar-cost averaging. This means you're buying more shares when prices are low and fewer when prices are high, which helps smooth out the ups and downs. Remember, this is a long-term strategy. It's not about getting rich quick. It's about building wealth steadily and surely over time. Imagine this. You've reached retirement age, and you have $1 million portfolio thanks to your consistent $25 weekly investments. You're not just surviving in retirement, you're thriving. You've created a financial legacy that can support you and even benefit your loved ones. This is the reality that compound interest can create. It's not just a theory, it's a proven strategy that has worked for countless people, and it can work for you too. So, what are you waiting for? The sooner you start, the sooner you can harness the power of compound interest and start building your $1 million retirement fund. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more investing tips and strategies. And remember, the journey to financial freedom starts with just $25 a week. Thanks for watching, and here's to your financial success.